All right, so what if you could watch a YouTube tutorial and instead of taking notes, typing it all out, following steps, and spending hours implementing yourself, you just told an AI, hey, I want that, make it happen. Well, guess what? I'm really excited to share. This is exactly what I did this weekend. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly the process that you can do. I can show you what I did, but you can use it for anything you want to learn and implement. All right, so let me start from where I started. So I had a absolute mess on my folder. I've been using AI to automate a lot of different workflows, and I had documents everywhere. I had Claude.md files. So I use Claude as my workflow. So basically, I have a series of different instructions for my AI, and I have knowledge base that I want to refer to. I have stuff in Notion. I have stuff in different folders. So basically, if you want to use an AI first workflow, you need to have things organized. You need to say, here's who I am, here's my business, here's what I do, and here's how I add value. Things need to be organized, and then the AI needs to be built in such a way to say, hey, reference to these things, pull from here, here, and here, these reference documents, and then do this job. So you need to have things organized. So for me, I basically moved really fast with AI in creating a lot of structure, but now I had a mess. So basically what ended up happening is that I would get into Claude session, and for the first 5 minutes, I had to re-explain the context and be like, oh, where did I write that? So I would be looking between these different folders, and I had stuff like written in two different folders. So every single time, I was doing all this. So the irony, of course, is that, in the age of AI, we're supposed to have things be done, be done automatically or quickly. Now, the thing is here, though, is that I think the important lesson is that in order to get to that next level of AI, you have to just get started. You have to start figuring out how it works. So you just have to get your feet wet and get in there. So this is an example of that. I just kind of got started. I got AI to help me write documentation and all this stuff, but it was scattered. So here's basically where the next step comes in. So let me just stop this video and we'll go to the next video here. All right, so let me get into the visuals now. So basically, I'm going to walk you through a workflow that I did where I went from basically I'm just watching this YouTube video and I'm like, you know what? I really want to implement this. And then I said, hey, could I get AI to implement this for me? So let me just keep walking through the slides here. Let me just change that. Just give me one sec. Yeah, so basically I already set up for you this friction where, I have all this different stuff across all these different folders. This is just a visualization. I was a bit scattered. I said, okay. Then I saw a video by Liam Otley. Shout out to Liam Otley. He basically laid out, here's a structure that really works. I have my agency, I have my brand, I do my YouTube, and I have my SaaS here. So I just saw this, and then I said, light bulb, I said, gosh, this is what I need. And I need everything to be organized. So what I did, so my first instinct, which is pre-AI workflow, was to say, okay, I need to write down what he says. I need to follow step by step. Okay, what is the folders? Okay, let's create those folders. And then I said, you know what? I thought, hey, why don't I just get AI to do that? So let me write out the instructions for AI to do that. Then I said, wait, actually, here's even better. Why don't I get AI to write the instructions, then get the AI to send me the plan? I approve the plan and get it to do the work. So I ended up building a workflow, a skill in Claude that I sent the video. I said, hey, I want to do this. Right now, my folders are all scattered. I want to have things organized by these different workplaces. Here's a video. Extract the video and extract the information from the video. Come back to me with a plan. Ask me any information that you need. And then I send it all the different folders that all my files were in. I said, here's where all my information is. And I want you to organize it based on this structure here. And I told it the desired state, and it went away. It extracted the information from the YouTube. And so this is what I did. I created, anyway, it was much simpler than this, but in plain English, I explained what I wanted to do. Claude basically built that structure. And then it created a whole plan for me to turn the mess to my goal state. And before you know it, I went from having a scatter of different files and folders everywhere to having a very simple, streamlined workflow here where everything is where it's meant to be. So 4 distinct workplaces. I have my work stuff. I have my YouTube stuff, my personal stuff. And yeah, so everything is fantastic here. So this is, so let's pause here. Okay, so wrapping up, the result here is what's called here zero latency context. So From now, so now actually, when I want to get into any of my projects or any of the whatever workspace I want to work in, I can just say I use a command called /prime, and then it knows exactly the identity, the clients, the strategy, what am I working on, and I can just get ready immediately into work. And then also I can have reference documents. I have a Notion database that have a lot of strategy stuff written there. And then basically I can just get right into it. So you basically have like an employee working for you who understands your context, understands what you're doing. So we'll just move on to the next slide here. So basically I created a reusable system for any tutorial. So I gave an example here of the file management. So basically I created a knowledge base, but this can be used for anything. So from now on, when I'm on YouTube and I see something that's like, oh, that's a really good workflow, or, oh, that's a good skill, that's a good plugin, I'm going to just take that YouTube and then I'm going to write some notes. Hey, here's my situation. I really like this. I want to implement it. And here's a few details. Can you make a plan? But basically, I don't actually ask, can you make a plan? This is already in the skill. So I have a skill already built called /YT-implement, YouTube implement. So I have a skill here fully made, which, by the way, if you put a link, if you subscribe and you message me, I'll be able to send you one of these. I give you access to it. So this is a reusable system for any tutorial to go from watching to implement. So that's really the key thing that I wanted to stress here, is that you go from watching something to, oh, that's cool, to implement, and you have minimal input. All right, so we are closing the show here. So the key message here, AI is an execution agent. And this is something I repeat all the time with clients, is that we have to shift our mindset, right? We have to go away from, the Google mindset where we type in something, it gives us something in return. We're kind of driving the execution and it's kind of supporting us. We have to think about flipping that script to go from, okay, AI is going to execute, I just give it instructions. So the AI is basically like your employee or your staff. So, and you are like the manager, right? So these are some of the key AI talking points. And then specifically here in this YouTube video here is just to show you how you don't have to take any notes. You don't have to think about all the different steps, map it all out. You stop manually translating context. Just say, hey, I want that, and describe what you want from it too. You can specify, hey, I like the folder structure. And you can even specify too, right? You can say, I want the folder structure. However, I'm not sure this will fit with my use case. Can we talk back and forth to actually build something that works for me? So you don't have to take everything as is. But the point is still here that you want to be having the mindset that you're hiring somebody, an employee, to do the work for you. So this is it. So if you're interested in getting this skill, I can offer it to you. Just subscribe to the mailing list, which is in the description, or a comment here on the YouTube video. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.